Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Katherine Kelly, and I want to continue the conversation about closure and how that helps with your soul's evolution, as well as your both your human and your soul's healing. And today, I want to bring a little bit more information about how closure helps when you were talking about reincarnation and talking about past lives and doing some past life trauma work. Because one of the things that I have come across over and over and over again in a lot of the sessions that I do, particularly the soul healing sessions, is that people feel stuck. They feel like there's something that is holding them back. They feel like there's something that they can't quite put their fingers on, but they know that there's something there. And so when I do sessions for people, one of the things that I do is when I go into the Akashic records, it's kind of like flipping through the chapters of your life from the etheric level, the energetic level, and whether it's this lifetime or previous lifetimes, and really helping people identify, okay, what is it? What are the soul wounds? What is keeping you stuck? What are the karmic connections? What are the contracts you have? What are the traumatic wounds that you have from past? It could really be anything from that soul level that could be holding you back. Excuse me. And just as a reminder, one of the things that I try to help people understand is that there's three levels of healing. There's the intellectual healing, meaning we do have a sense of healing when we put dots together, when we can go, oh, wow, that is why this is triggering me, or that is why this is bothering me, or that's the block. So there is a level of healing that happens from that intellectual level, but it's usually not enough. So then we have to go to the emotional level. We have to go to that space to figure out where or how we are storing or holding on to the emotion that may have happened with those traumas, whether it's this lifetime or previous lifetime, and how the emotions are still playing a role in how either we react or how we hold ourselves back, or it could be, again, any number of things. But then that deepest level is the soul healing level. And it's kind of like having a bruise on your soul. And I tell people it's very much like an energetic imprint that is left on that soul, in that soul structure, that keeps you kind of, it's like for those of you who remember what vinyl records were, it's like skipping a track. It's like it just keeps skipping. You can't get past it, and you wonder, why is this music not playing, or why is my life not moving forward? And it's that same idea that if there's a scratch or a fragment or a fracture or an imprint that's left, there's some sort of scarring that is left on your soul, you can't move forward. Your life feels like you are stumbling over something all the time. And so one of the things from a soul healing perspective is that if you have a practitioner that can go in and help you understand what it is, what is keeping you snagged, what is keeping you from moving forward from that soul level, then you can make closure on it. And sometimes it is a soul healing session. Sometimes just knowing what it is will do enough for you to put it all together energetically. Sometimes when people go through past life regression, that's what it's all about, is having that memory to basically integrate and understand what it was that happened so that you could move forward. So to me, closure is a huge part of our evolution and a huge part of us being able to move forward through our healing process. And so that's why I think it's so important for practitioners to come together, both the traditional side and also the holistic side, to be able to understand how we can get to the bottom of the concern for that person. And so even if you are a practitioner, you probably have things that feel like you can't get past them, or you feel like you have an uncanny situation that is holding you back. There's a lot that happens in previous lifetimes that can hold us back. Now, the other part to think about is there is a huge wave of information coming through in these last couple decades about epigenetics. And epigenetics is a scientific field that is studying how emotional concerns are kind of passed down through generations. But there's also a huge wave of ancestral healing information coming out. I mean, I can't even tell you how many articles I've seen come across on ancestral healing. Now, shamanic practitioners used to, or I should say used to be the ones that were the only, population that would work through some of this ancestral healing stuff. But really now it's broadening. So we are getting to this point where we realize there are ancestral kinds of wounds that some of us carry and have elected to carry to try to heal them for previous generations and previous ancestral kind of lines. So again, when it comes to closure, and you may have heard me say this before, either on a Facebook post or something else, that I call myself closure queen, because it is so important for my own healing, and I've known this for decades, to be able to release and move forward so that I can keep evolving. And that's why I think it's so, pertinent and important for me to share this information and kind of expand your thought processes about what closure is. Because yes, we have to heal the wounds from this lifetime, but oftentimes there are generations worth of wounds. And when I say generations of wounds, I mean our own lifetimes previous, that have accumulated over time to sometimes have piles of wounds or piles of things that we need to take care of so that we can unlock those and move forward. So whether it's working on from a soul healing perspective through Akashic record readings or other intuitive readings, whether it's energy healing, some energy workers are very, very good at helping you unlock blockages within your chakra system that have been carried either, just through this lifetime or sometimes prior lifetimes, if you have a practitioner that understands how to go to that level. You can do past life regression work. You can go to a shamanic practitioner, but usually the deeper soul healing has to happen through holistic practices, because most traditional medical providers don't have that training. Some have gone out on their own and done that training, but really that's why I think we need an army. We need this team. We need this village to take care of the souls that are on this planet, because we obviously need traditional medicine and traditional care for many, many reasons, but we also need the soul healing. We need the holistic practices. So again, when you're thinking about, gosh, what is snagging me? Think about, what is it that I need closure with? And if there are wounds from this lifetime that have not been healed, absolutely, you have to work on healing those, or else you are not going to feel better. But also consider that if you've done a lot of the human work from this lifetime, there may be some other layers there that you need to think about. So as a psychologist, as a holistic healer, I cannot stress enough how important it is to marry these two fields, or marry these two processes of healing, so that we can get where we're supposed to be. So think about what might need some closure, and there will be more videos coming out on this. November, this is 2023, but November is really kind of my month that I start to urge clients to make some closure. And I have some suggestions and rituals and things that I really kind of recommend to use the rest of the year for people to really clean out whatever they can to move forward with a cleaner slate starting at the beginning of the year. So again, Dr. Katherine Kelly, think about closure, think about doing some soul healing if you feel like you need to from past lives, and we will continue breaking down the barriers of the things that are holding you from moving forward. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.